Hi everyone, I'm Chanel from Stamping Stilettos. Thank you for joining me today for another case card class, and I'm super excited to share with you this really funny card, and this is made with our Foxy Friends stamp set and coordinating punch. And look at this. Well, this just stinks. I'm sorry, I found it on Pinterest and I couldn't resist. I had to share this with you. This is my sense of humour. I mean, this is just super funny, cute card. And very quick, very easy to make, and doesn't take an awful lot to do. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, and I'll tell you exactly what you're going to need. So first of all, I just need to say that this card was designed by Kathy McDowell, and it's Ask Me to Stamp, and I don't know if that's askmetostamp.com, but it's that's the name that's there. So it's Kathy McDowell, and her blog, I think, is Ask Me to Stamp. So that's how I found it on Pinterest. So thank you so much, Kathy, for such a cute design. Okay, I'm going to tell you what you're going to need for this card. So we are using Foxy Friends stamp set and coordinating punch, and then we are also using Here For You, and that's for the sentiment. Well, this just stinks. And the woodland, our woodland embossing folder for one of the layers, and I think that's about oh my days, I don't just do that, I'm so sorry, wobbling the camera like that. The card that you will need, this is basic grey card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have our first matte layer, which is basic black, and that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then I cut a piece of Whisper White at 4 by 5 1/8, and then I cut an inch off lengthways. So that's the piece that you have, and I just cut the 1 inch off. So instead of it being 1/8 of an inch around, obviously you need a bit of a gap, so you have to make that one bit shorter. So it's 4 by 5 1/8, and then cut 1 inch off for that, for the sentiment. You will need some scrap basic black and some scrap Whisper White. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my punch-in first. Oh, I forgot to say as well, sorry. You will need a piece of Whisper White for the inside of the card, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that's for the inside of the card. So we're going to go ahead and do our punching now. Now you need to do one lot of punching with the black. I'm just going to pop that all down there, and then you need one in the white, and that's obviously for our skunk. And the pieces that you will need, so that's all the punching that you're going to do. So you need the body, the head, the tail, and then you will need the you need one of the white tails, because we need to cut this down in a minute. The piece which is normally for the tail, but we're going to use that for the chest. And then the little nose is in here somewhere, so we need the face and the little nose there. Now I'm going to stamp the eyes and the nose on, and then stick that on afterwards. So they're all the pieces. So I put these other pieces aside because I have a little baggie for all of those bits. So we're just going to go ahead and put our skunk together first. So with the tail, now that's obviously how his tail is, but you're wanting a white sort of piece, so we need to kind of cut that down, and I've done that with my snips. Done it the wrong way. Hang on, let me just work this out the right way. like that. So what I'm going to do is just cut that basically in half with my snips. Let's hope I get this right, because I did this before and didn't do it big enough, so it might be trial and error for you, and I'm hoping that I get it right in one go. So that's all you basically need to do. You might want to cut a little bit more of a curve in that. Let's just see. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. I mean, you can do it as much as or as little as you want. So we're just going to glue that down. My Tombow hasn't stuck. Okay. Oh, hang on. I can't get it the right way around. Oh. Right. Why is my brain not working right? Okay, so it goes like that. And then like that. Okay, right. So just making sure I put the glue on the right side. It was like that, you know, when you had to, as a kid, you tried to rub your tummy and pat your head at the same time, and your brain doesn't figure out which way. That was like a moment there. Getting old, I think that's what it is. So I stick that down. I'm just going to put this on his tummy. I put everything down to old age. Okay, stick that down there. And then his face. These are so cute. They really, really are. And I've not played around with this nearly as enough as I should have done. I just think that these are just super adorable. I'm doing this first so that it has chance to adhere by the time I put the card together. And then we're just going to put a bit on the tail there. And there's really not much to the skunk at all. I'm going to pop that like that. Hold that down for a second. And then all that we're left to do... Oh, and don't tell me I've lost his nose. There's his nose piece there. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do his eyes. So I've taken... now there are several little eyes and noses for the one. So this is the wider one that obviously fits more for that. So I'm just going to take basic black. I mean, I actually on that card, the other one, I used my Many Marvellous markers just to do the eyes, and then just did the nose with the little bit from the punch. There you go, that's that. So super quick. And then his little nose. I mean, you don't even need to add a nose on there really, but I just like that it's got a little bit of depth to it. So we're just going to pop a tiny little bit of Tombow there, and we're just going to stick the nose on there. There you go. So that's your skunk done. So I'm going to put him to the side. Excuse me, while we do our stamping. So with the strip that we cut off, we're going to put our sentiment, and that's in basic black. And we're just going to pop this down in the centre. Like so. And put that to the side. And then I'm using soft suede for the tree trunk from the stamp set. So we've got the tree trunk here, and soft suede, and I'm going to stamp that onto Whisper White, or scrap piece of Whisper White. I'm going to do it on the other bit. In fact, I was just seeing, I actually have a smaller scrap piece there, because that's for the inside of my card. Right, okay. So we're just going to stamp that down, obviously using our piercing mat because it's photopolymer, so you do get a better stamped image there. Pop that away, and then all that leaves to do is to cut the tree trunk out, which I've already done to save time. So we've done that, and then we're going to put our card together. The only other thing you've left to do is with the other piece of the Whisper White, obviously the two pieces that we cut, we need to just go and need to emboss it, which I have already done. So that's already embossed, and that's that piece there. So put that to the side, and we'll put our card together. So taking our bone folder, burnish that, then taking our basic black mat, and I'm just using Tombow here. I mean, once you've done your stamping and that, you know, very quick to put together. Just going to put that down there. I just love this card. I think it's just so super funny. Oh, and I've missed that totally. I was doing that over. There you go. So that's your basic black layer, and then taking your embossed layer, we're just going to cover that. I like to put quite a lot when it's an embossed piece. Just going to pop that down. Oh, now that's, why is that too big? Right, okay, let me just trim off. I think I've done this the wrong width. I've used the wrong piece. 2 seconds, I'll be straight back. Right, I don't know what happened there. I had managed to emboss a piece that was not the right size, so I've cut it out again, and it was the 4 inches by 5 1/8 bit that we cut the inch off. So this was the bit left. I don't had too many pieces of Whisper White lying around that I'd embossed the wrong piece, so never mind. The beauty of being able to pause when filming, thank goodness. Right, okay, so we now have the correct piece, and we're going to just pop that down there. There's me saying super fast. Yep, spoke too soon. And then we have our 1 inch piece that we cut off there. We're just going to stick that down. I mean, you could put this on dimensionals if you want, but as I'm using dimensionals on the other bits, I think this is just fine stuck down there. There you go. And then we're using dimensionals on the back of this. Just going to stick two down there, and then with our skunk, I'm going to put 2 on him. Let's do the tree trunk first. I'm going to go about there, and then the skunk goes on top like he's sitting on the tree trunk. How adorable is he? Oh, I should have put heart. I'll probably put yeah, we'll put one behind the tail. hope that it hides. Sorry, put one on the tail as well. There you go. So that is your front of your card, and that just leaves to put some snail on the back here for your inside piece. And we're just going to adhere that down. To the inside, and that is your card finished. Just cute, very, 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 very cute card. So thank you, Kathy McDowell, for sharing this card on Pinterest, and I really, really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today, minus the blip with the embossing, but never mind. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.